Happy Faz Friday, Faz.
It is always a pleasure to Faz.
We have another wild show tonight. This is going to get crazy. So we just did a show like, 2-3 weeks ago talking about, hey, there's too much stuff going on. And there's even more stuff going on now, which is why we dedicated the large segment of the show today towards autonomy. And this is some cool stuff, so you guys are going to want to stick around for that. We have codes too, by the way. We'll get into that a little bit later. It'll help you.
We have stuff for you.
So I did hear one of the funniest jokes I've heard in a very long time today. And I wanted to start us off with this joke. I was in tears today when I heard this one. So there's this bus full of nuns, and it crashes on the highway. And all these nuns die, and they go to heaven, and they're up in heaven, and they're all in a single file line waiting to greet St. Peter at the gates.
Be careful with religious jokes now. ChatGPT doesn't even tell them anymore.
And so St. Peter says, you know what? I'm sorry this happened. You're a great group of nuns. You've done wonderful things for a great many people. And in order to get into heaven, I only have one question that I'm going to ask you before I let you through. And so he goes and turns over to the first woman in line, the first nun, and says, Sister Joan, have you ever touched a penis? And she says, oh, St. Peter, yes, once with the tip of my pinky finger. And so St. Peter says, no problem. It happens. Dip your hand in this holy water. You may pass. And the second nun comes up, and St. Peter says, hey, sister, have you ever touched a penis? And sister says, oh, well, I have held one once before. And so St. Peter says, here, dip your hand in this holy water, and you may pass. And he turns and he says, Sister Agnes, have you... And there's a big kerfuffle, and this nun comes rushing up to the front of the line. And St. Peter says, hey, don't worry about it. Relax. Everybody's going to get their turn coming in here. And she says, no, St. Peter, I don't think you understand. I'm going to need to gargle with that water before Sister Agnes has to sit in it. Oh, you're even laughing. That had me going. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I hadn't heard a good joke in a long time. I said that was really good.
Well, I missed that because my internet went away for a minute or two. So I didn't hear the end of that joke. I'll have to watch the show to hear
it. Yeah. So
you cracked yourself up, is what you're saying.
I did.
You told a joke so funny that you think you are just awesome.
There's that, and there's my favorite monkey joke. I won't tell that joke tonight, but I've had a couple of jokes in my lifetime. I can barely get through them without cracking up halfway through it.
I think I know whatever reason it's talking about. Is having to do with measuring. Yes. Yeah. You can tell that one next time. I heard that.
I will. Yes, that's the monkey joke and the nun joke are my two favorites by far. All right. So tonight, we are Faz.
Don't make me mute you.
I can't sing and have a good time.
You can have a different show for that.
Okay. So we'll get serious. Dead serious. Have you heard about autonomy yet? Well, tonight, boys and girls, you're going to learn all about it. Autonomy is a project you may have heard of already, and if you haven't, you will recognize the face of Autonomy. It is a fan favorite from the Gala ecosystem. Sarah Buxton, or as we know her, Bucks, is the CEO over there. And to give you a little bit of a background, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail and talk your head off, right? You guys know how to read. All the links are in the description below. This platform has been trying to stand itself up for a little over 13 years, okay? And it's the same person who has had this dream for a very long time. And what they want to be able to do is stand up a decentralized storage platform, right? Think in the terms of like Google Drive-ish, all right? And I'm probably going to butcher the way I explain this. Bucks is going to come onto the show. We're just trying to get her scheduled. She has things she's doing. We have some guests lined up in the future here as well. So we're trying to coordinate all that. She'll be able to dig a little bit deeper into it at that point. But this week, the reason we're doing it this week is the node network that they are standing up just launched 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. And so we got everything set up, and Faz and I are running this set of nodes that will be a kind of a first, sort of a first, in the decentralized storage arena. So think of it as Google Drive, but on nodes. It's real similar to what Gala first started with their nodes. And they want to be able to host bits and pieces of data, kind of like a giant Amazon web server all over. And they want it to think of it as running alongside the regular internet, okay? I've put a couple of links below, also in the description, where you can get a little bit deeper into how that works. You can link to the white paper and the whole 9 yards for what they're standing up. But this node ecosystem is a little bit different. First of all, the nodes don't cost you anything. They're absolutely free. All you have to do is download the software and run it on your computer. You need a little bit of storage space, you need a little bit of RAM, a little bit of CPU, and a decent internet connection. These are designed, unlike some other nodes that we know, these are designed specifically to limit the space a node can take up on there, and you can run multiple nodes on the same device, depending on what size of a hard drive you have, how much memory you have, and it limits it to that specific area, okay? So that helps tremendously. It's not just you're plugging it in and you don't know what's going to happen. Also, very similar to the Holochain network. We've talked about that several times. I run a Holo node up in my IT closet. I've been running that. You sold that to me, Faz, because you had 2 at the time. And it's been probably almost 4 years now. It's been a hell of a long time. And I was in the alpha program there, the beta program, and now Faz and I have joined the Autonomy launch, and we have codes so that you can skip the wait. And what does that mean, skip the wait? So what's happening is they're rolling out this node ecosystem in waves, okay? There's wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. What they don't want basically is a self-inflicted DDoS attack on itself, right? They want to limit when people can kind of come in so that the network isn't tasked, and if there's a problem, they can address it. If they see that the node network on their pieces are hitting limits or causing problems, they can slow it down. What these codes will do is pull you out of that queue and throw you right into it so you can participate right away. Early adoption. And Faz and I were talking about this in the green room. If you're a premium member, go back to the Faz premium channel in Discord. You can watch the show. We did it live, but you can watch it. We talked a lot about this. it's considered what it would be. The best way to describe it would be a fair launch. Okay. So no matter what wave you're in, it isn't going to affect how much you get. So Faz and I aren't going to earn anything else from that ecosystem because we're in before you were. It's designed to self-balance itself out so that, you don't have that early adopter advantage. So we're not taking advantage of having something that you don't. It's designed to be fair and equitable to everybody. And that's why they have the limits on the storage and the RAM usage and the internet. They don't want to be taxing a ton of things all at once and favoring people. So this is as level of a playing field as I've seen yet in the node ecosystems. I need a drink, Faz. I've been talking forever here for 11 minutes. Throw some wisdom at him.
Wisdom? Well, I mean, if we're going to... I just started with the autonomy, so I'm still figuring it out. And actually, my computer isn't the most working yet. I did download it. I am running it, but it seems to be running, but I'm still working with them. And so that's the early adopter part that I think you might have been referring to. If you're going to pull the stuff down right now, you may have some issues that you're going to have to go to their Discord. You should be on their Discord anyway.
The Discord, I've been in there for a while. And it's some super nice people. The moderators and the team there are very patient. They're very nice. The community is very welcoming. There's no crap going on there. These nodes can be downloaded on all three platforms: Mac, Linux, and Windows. I'm running it on my Ubuntu node system over there, and it literally took me less than 5 minutes to download, set it up, and run it. So what's going to happen? This is a little unique. So what's going to happen is you download the software, and then you have to be a part of this beta program. That's what the codes are for, and the waves and all that. So what happens is when you get that code in Discord, your name will get the beta tester moniker, the role for that. You then take in your node and you put your Discord name, not your display name, okay, but your actual Discord name. It's the small one underneath what you call yourself. You put that into the node. It fetches the data from Discord that you have the role that you need to have, and you're enrolled in the earnings portion of it. That's how it all goes together. And as your computer does work for that network, you earn what are called nanos. And your nanos will appear in the node software itself. Are you able to share your screen on that? I'm on my Mac. I'm not on my Ubuntu. I won't.
I shut my node off. So no, not at the moment. Mine says 0 nanos earned, but from what I hear, people's screens might not be updating either.
I wonder if I can pull one up. I wonder. Oh, yeah, here's a picture right here. Faz 1701's picture. How do I open this? Oh, no, I can't do that. Won't work.
What won't work?
It just won't work. Anyway,
your screen share?
Yeah.
All right. So, are we done with the subject? Do we have other things to talk about? There's a lot of stuff going on.
No. So with this, I put links for the whole platform, for the white paper, for where you need to go once you get your code to get all signed up and connected to the Discord. And this is a pretty This is a pretty good program. We have a comment here. When code, you're gonna listen to us talk before you get a code.
Yeah, that's it. That's what you're here for. That's what we're holding them hostage. So okay, if it's recorded, you can just fast forward to wherever we give out the codes.
Yeah. So here's how we're going to do this, right? So we have a chunk of codes. We're going to start with Faz Premium members. So after the show, hit us up in Faz Premium. We'll dole out the codes to Premium first. Then from there, the Emerging Cryptos
Do we
channel.
have a link to Faz Premium somewhere?
Yes, it's in the description also.
You can,
And the emerging cryptos channel at the CFA Discord. Go in there. You can ask for your code. We'll hand those out there. These are one-time use codes, okay? And we'll make sure that everybody has a code that wants a code. Talking with Bucks, she said if we need more, she's happy to provide some more. We want as many people into this as possible. Doesn't cost you a dime, okay? This is the beauty of it. Nothing sneaky here. Get you this. So when it comes to the storage, we were talking about this in a little bit in the green room. Buterin himself, right? Uncle Vitalik, Mr. ETH himself, has documents out there before he even got ETH up and running. He was talking about the future of blockchain being storage. And he actually got involved in that storage token, STORJ, I think it is. And it's up to something like 55 cents. And it's working with that decentralized portion of file storage. We're hoping at some point that like Unstoppable Domains and ENS are going to be able to connect to that as well and append the blockchain and host websites and do all that kind of fun stuff. I do. Mr. Poop, it is in the show notes. It is in the shore notes. In the notes. Yes, the link to our Discord and that channel are already in the show notes.
So read, maybe? Yeah, read. And if Titan's wrong, if he didn't put it in there, let him have it.
No, I did. I guarantee it. I'm looking at it right now. I'm just looking at it.
Okay.
I want to see this take off because, I'm the one that complains the most in here about truly decentralized things. Now, now...
We should give away one code. We should put it in the thing to show it up on the screen. And whoever gets it first would what do you think about that? We should do one like that. Come on.
All right, we can.
I don't even know how that'll work. I've never tried it. It'd be a good way to see if their system is works well. Maybe this will mess it up if multiple people get a single code. But that's what this first part is about.
Yeah. All right. Let me pull a code here. Hang on. I gotta find what window I put that in.
So you have to type it in and then show it immediately.
All right, hang on.
And if you're watching this and it's recorded, don't even try. Somebody else has gotten it by now. So if you're watching this later.
All right.
So we have 40 codes, don't we?
So listen very carefully before everybody screws this up. In the show notes, there is a link that I put in there. And it's where is it? Where it says get your autonomy code. It's a long one, Faz. For running a no coast and skip the wait. All right. And it says then go here to use it. And you'll see the link there where it says then go here to use it. You click that link, you go through what their setup is, and then you use the code I'm about to put in the chat. And then that'll be your code. So So
whoever hits it first will get that code.
Right. All right. So there's that. Here is the first code in the chat window.
Okay, I'll show it. Oh, not that one. Right there. There you go.
Yep. That is the first one. We've got plenty. Don't stress.
Premium users first, and so on, because it's only $2 a month.
Right. Absolutely. So this week has been crazy. Another huge piece of news Congratulations and accolades go out to the GG Collective. They've been having a movement on Seed Starter, and they are raising their initial funds for the GG Collective. And in order to have it be what they consider to be a success, meaning the project is going to move forward, they asked for $150,000. And as of this week, they exceeded the $150,000. The community stood up and they showed their support that the Gala Collective, the Good Game Collective, is something worth moving forward. So if you have not, just because they hit the goal doesn't mean they are stopping there. If you have not done this, this is super important, okay? If you have not done it but want to do it, you need to get over to myseedstarter.com, go to invest, and then it'll bring up the GG Collective. And at the GG Collective, you then go through the KYC process because this is a legitimate...
Can you do a screenshot and show seedstarter.com so they can see what they need to click on? Some people are very visual.
Okay. Hang on.
This is what makes podcasts more entertaining, is when they can see what you're talking about.
I got to pull up.
It looks like Poop got the code, so everyone
Poop got the code?
Shit out of luck.
Boy, nuns' asses in holy water. Mr. Poop is here.
I missed it. Sorry.
This is like the poop week or something. I don't know.
It's called scat humor, sir. Okay.
I didn't know the term. You knew the term. That should say a lot. Okay, share that. Share. And bouton. All right. So on myseedstarter.com, you do have to go through KYC. This is legitimate. This is SEC registered. Everything that you need right here. You go right over to here and the GG Collective. So far, they're at 100. myseedstarter.com.
Let's put that there and then do that. Okay.
They raised $161,880 as of today. Now look here. This is why I was saying this is important. There are only 4 days left in this window, okay, that you can get in on the ground floor of this, and then it goes away. There'll be other rounds down the road, I'm sure, but for the initial piece, this is it. And they can really use the support. It's minimum $25. Everybody's got at least $25, okay? Get in there, show your support. These people, it just aggravates me because these people need all the support in the world. They've taken these old Gala NFTs that haven't provided you not one lick of utility, and they're making utility for them, and they're standing up games, and they're providing utility for the things that Gala didn't provide utility for. They are going like 24/7, and you all know Timbo. Most of you know Timbo, or you should know Timbo by now, as well as Forged. They are banging this stuff out. Anthony is the brains behind the button poking, and there's a lot of other people there. Betty Orb and Family Man do the collective podcast every week. They're working really, really hard to make something of nothing at this point. So please get out there and show them that support. I'm in it. I don't know. Did you put money in, Faz?
I put some in.
Yeah. Only invest what you can afford to lose. Remember that always.
I mean, you should, but you might want to. Okay, well, so you've just exposed our background here. What's that?
That's Gerald.
That's Gerald. Okay, so this is Gerald here in the background. So the ZipBug universe has more than just ZipBugs in it. And in fact, I had to rename my OpenSea NFT thing with the ZipBugs to the ZipBug, well, actually Metaverse, because they're avatars. Anyway, but the ZipBug universe is actually pretty big, And this is a human who's learned some things about the zip bugs and even knows, like, has figured out some of their powers. And he's created a zip bug suit. And well, if you go to OpenSea, the zip bug, let's see if I can put that link in there. The zip bug metaverse page, then you can read all about Gerald. So we're going to be doing a bug each episode, because you know what they say is the more you see things, the more you'll fall in love with them. And we want you to fall in love with the zip bug story, because one day we want a feature movie, feature movie, TV show, comic books, you name it. We just gotta get people interested first. Anyway, that's Gerald, and you can learn about him on OpenSea. All right, back to whatever the hell we were talking about. I can't hear you, sir. Nobody can hear you.
You're choosing not to hear me for some reason.
No, I can hear you now. Everybody else on here can hear that. Couldn't hear you. So in other news as well, so there's, for those of you who have followed the Playable gaming ecosystem, there's some news coming out of there. They're putting forward some announcements about fractionalized nodes. Have you heard about that? Sounds like a Polyant kind of thing.
So let me see if I can pull up the Discord on that.
Did they buy a Citadel?
No, they did not. I think it was under announcements, maybe. I can see if I can find it. Yes, here we go. So now let me present my screen. Window.
So if you can't run a node yourself, you can buy a part of a node.
Wait, let me minimize a few things here, and I'll just share the whole screen. All right, screen 2, share. Okay, so I know this is terribly hard to read. I have widescreen monitors, so
yeah, that's there we go.
Yeah, right. That's better. Thank you, Faz. Up here, they're talking about fractional nodes. Hello, all. The time has come to unveil a completely new system for purchasing nodes, fractional nodes. All right. To purchase a fractional node, you must first create a fractional pool the size of your choosing, or join an existing pool that you've been whitelisted on. For example, if a node is currently selling for $6,600 US and has a pool size of 10 users, including yourself, must purchase a fraction of the node for $660 each, at which point the pool will be filled and the fractional node will be minted. If at any point you or another user no longer wish to participate, you can sell that portion for the same price you purchased it for.
To who?
Interesting.
Who can I sell
Anyone
it to?
who wants it.
Well,
Anyone.
Of course. But what if they don't want to buy it for the price that I'm listing it at?
Well, the node prices are going up. So they're continually going up. So you can sell it for what you purchased it for. So, maybe 3 months from now, it's possible that nodes are going for $7,500 or $750 per fraction. So you might be able to get one for $660.
So it's a way to speculate, kind of like when we bought Gala nodes way back when.
Once that fractional node has been minted, in other words, once all 10 slots on that node have been filled, you can then have that node minted and immediately start receiving rewards. Just like a normal node, the fractional node will generate rewards, and each participant can claim those rewards and their equivalent portion. So using the example of splitting it into 10, now the owner of that node can split it up into 5, 10, I don't know, maybe 15, who knows, possibly even 20, just to get those sold. However, that node won't be minted until all those slots.
The owner of the node.
Well, the owner of the node, it isn't minted yet, so the owner would be the Playable platform. So you join the pool.
What if there's two owners and you both don't agree?
No, there isn't. I explained that very poorly. So you join the pool, and there's nodes set up in fractions. Some might be 10, some might be 6, some might be 20, and you decide to join that pool. When all those slots have been filled with people committing to buying them, you will then be able to have that node minted, and you'll start earning rewards on it. Is that a better way to explain it? Possibly, I think so.
Yes, that's better.
Okay, that's better. So now, why in the world would they do this, right? I don't know, because I didn't talk to them or help them create it. My postulation on this, though, is the nodes are getting expensive, and there's not a ton of people, with the bull market not bulling very much lately, to be able to have some kind of ownership in the nodes, right? So they've come up with this idea to allow more people to join the ecosystem who may not have $6,600 laying around doing nothing to buy a node with. So you can learn more. There's a link there. If you're not in the Playable Discord, go join. They're a good group over there, and our longtime friend Old Man Smithers is on the staff there, and we know Old Man Smithers is a terrific human being. He would not be associating himself with a platform that that wasn't top notch. So jump over there, talk to the Playable people, and the update. They have an update here yesterday. I didn't see this one. I haven't been in there in a while. I've been busy building stuff on my own. Well, for Faz too, but whatever. We have introduced a fee mechanism for fractional nodes, allowing pool creators. That's kind of the owner. You see what I'm saying? So if you were me, that's where I was saying that the owner, and I got it all effed up. You and me decide we want to create pools. You create one with 10, I create one with 5. So we're the pool creator of that, and then whoever joins us in there, we're all fractional owners. All right. So once the pool is created, you will not be able to change the size, whitelist, or fee percentage. So you can whitelist people who will come on to your node if you want to also. So there's all kinds of creative things going on. People, as you can see by the reactions down here, there's a lot of people that love this. I'm guessing the community was asking for some relief. They really wanted to own some nodes, but couldn't cough up $6,600 in one shot. So to me, this is again a platform that's listening to its people. I'm guessing, because like I said, I check in, once every week or two with all of these Discords and Playable. But I bumped into this, and to me, after kind of skimming through, they're listening. This is what the people want, and they said, sure, why not? Let's figure out how to do this. And they figured it out, and they did it.
Okay.
That, to me, is really cool.
So I have a segue off of your fee business, so you can unshare that.
All right.
So apparently, Gala has founders nodes, and if you have a founders node, you are going to be given a whole bunch of coins today. Is it today? Maybe today. Let's see.
I think it's today. I saw people posting about it, about minting their tokens.
So you'll be given some coins. And these are the coins that you'll be given if you have a founder's node. But there's a catch, and that is a fee. So you'll be given coins. If anybody creates a new coin on the Gala chain, then you will get those coins, or at least some certain amount of those coins when they first mint them. But after 90 days, then you're going to have to pay a fee to get any new coins that come out, which is kind of weird, because remember, some people pay tens of thousands of dollars for their Gala node, and now they have to pay a fee to get these coins. It's kind of nice that you get airdrop things. Remember, boys and girls, Gala games will never ever airdrop anything to you. So you will get these coins airdropped to you, but you finally caught that. I was waiting.
Yeah, it took me a minute, but I got that.
They also will not airdrop anything to you if you have the SOS coin and then you like do something with your wallet. I forget that nothing will be airdropped there either, which I haven't done that yet.
I did hook up my MetaMask to the platform yesterday, and I didn't get anything. So let me log in now because it's been a day. Let me see if maybe it takes a day or something.
So these coins, the only coin that I'm aware of here is this BB coin, which stands for Butt Bender. If you know who Butt Bender is, you can get some Butt Bender coins if you have a founder's note. I believe you already got them. So I wonder what the they'll be available to mint, so to speak. I don't know if you actually have them. I think they're in your treasure chest. But Roy Boy, we got a Roy Boy one finally. I wonder if we should have a Faz coin, but I don't know if I want the Faz coin, if I had a Faz coin, to be on the Gala chain itself. It would be a meme coin.
So the irony strikes close to home again also, because in the completely decentralized Gala ecosystem, you can create a coin, but it has to be approved by Gala first.
Well, wait a minute. I caught Buttbender. I caught Mr. Buttbender a couple weeks ago, and he had said that, I had mentioned, hey, you have to get, can I post some NFTs? And he's like, yeah, you can. I'm like, but they have to be approved. And he goes, you can actually fire up a testnet on your own and put those NFTs out yourself. Yeah, for your own little testnet, not for the main chain.
Right.
And he's like, well, that's not there yet. So, so I would assume that when that this is for the main chain. If you want to have some sort of side chain or testnet, you can put all the coins you want up there. Well, doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of putting up NFTs and coins if only you can see them? So
yeah,
I'd like to hear more details about when that would come out. I want to believe. I'd like to find this is interesting, but that's where Bitbender actually smacked me down quite a bit, saying, "Hey, you can do that. You've been able to do it since day one." And it's like, wait a minute. Apparently, you can only do it for a testnet. You can't do it for the main chain.
There's always an "oh, by the way."
Well, it's not an "oh, by the way." It's things are said with such authority that you think that your question is answered, but then it's not. It's like part of it is answered, and then you get this false sense of resolution. There's always a follow-up question you have to have to find out the full truth. There's always, and I don't think that they're holding anything back from you. I think that they're just telling you the part of the story that they understand.
So when we see stuff like this, we poke fun on them, on the show constantly. And yes, Unleash Reality Coin. We're getting there. I have 13 letters written that are public now, and the podcast is almost there. Thanks for mentioning that, Nick.
Letters
about anything and everything, about how to transform yourself into what you should be. Maybe you should read those, Faz.
What does this have to do with coins?
Nothing. It caught my attention while I was doing this. So
you just went off on a totally different subject. Okay, you had 13 letters written, and that means that coin is going to come out. Okay, so when you unleash reality coin, sir, answer the question.
Soon.
What blockchain will it be on, sir?
I would guess. I'm just guessing right now, but I'm thinking AVAX.
I actually have a TrowFaz coin on the Tron network, which I've given to like 4 people I know. And
listen, that's
back in like 2018.
Tron. You got me into Tron. I had a bunch of Tron, and I sold it for a very big profit. I probably should have kept it because it's way higher now. But that Tron was one of the first coins that I bought.
Well,
what am I reading here, Think Tank? Because I'm not seeing this.
So if I want to give out my TrowFaz coin, I can just give it out. But then people would have to get Tron wallets, and who wants to get Tron wallets? I mean, can you
No,
bridge this stuff over to Ethereum or something?
listen, so I do think that down the road, as the Zipbug metaverse grows, I think there could be a utility for a token or two. But that's, again, down the road. So I know we like to joke about this stuff, but in reality, we're all building, right? The collective, Faz, Playable, Autonomy, me, we're all building and we're all doing things and we're all putting things together, but it's slow. It absolutely is. And none of us are trying to rush anything out to get something, get our foot in the door. We're just doing what we love to do. And that is what we want to encourage you guys to do, to participate in the things that are being created, but also to create yourself. And we've offered many, many times on this show, if you need help with something, or you get stuck, or you want to hear some advice because maybe one of us has done something in there and learned a few lessons, that's what CryptoFaz Discord is for. It's for learning. It's for educating. And we want to be able to provide you as much help as possible. And that's why we talk about these other projects on the show. We're not paid by them. They're not giving us anything. No special favors. We're not getting money. We're not getting tokens. We're not getting nodes. We're not getting anything.
You got some codes for the Autonomy. So,
no, I didn't. I didn't. Favor. Everybody out there listening who wants to participate gets them, not me. We're just the conduit here. Getting people out. Okay, let's play What If. Here we go, Think Tank. What if Benefactor takes his billions of galleys never sold and creates a meme coin on Gala chain that launches after the subscription model goes live for founders nodes?
Then he'll get a lot of subscription money for people that will want this thing, but it will be too late because, yeah, I can see that. He could even take like just $1 million of Gala and do it. I bet they will. They'll make their own little coiny things. It'll be Benefactor coin or something, so he can claim it's not a security. It's just a meme coin.
Oh, now I see it. Okay. It had me down over here. Okay. Yeah. So that is a possibility. Who knows what's going to happen in that ecosystem, right? I don't even think they know what they're doing half the time. I really don't. And we're all kind of tied to it for the moment. So we just got to kind of run with what we got, and we'll report the good, the bad, and the ugly. There have been many shows where we've had total Gala pump shows because they did something. Now, it generally went sideways shortly thereafter, but there have been shows where we've commended them. And way back in the early days, it was a fantastic place to be. It was a wonderful experience. And I'm hoping that the rest of these platforms that we talk about on here don't end up with the same fate. I have a feeling a lot of them won't, because they've learned lessons. Most of the people and most of these projects that we talk about are somehow related to Gala, either people we've met while in the ecosystem or former Gala people that maybe have moved on to some other things. Jesse moved on to create My Seed Starter. There's some people from Gala that are involved in the collective. There's Faz and I who have been covering Gala for years, and we're developing our own stuff. So this is fantastic. But there's a million things that they could do, Think Tank. There really is. And I don't want to put this in a bad light, because a lot of good can come out of the what ifs, right? And a lot of oh shit moments can come out of the what if. But the problem is we don't find about it until they've already become those moments. So unfortunately, most of us aren't paying that close of attention anymore. I just read the headlines now just to stay up to it, because I know Faz likes to talk about Gala on the show here. So I keep up with it. I'm not involved with it. I don't participate in it. But I do report on it, right? Because that's what we're here for. People like, for some stupid reason, to listen to us babble every Friday night. Yeah, so I agree with this 100%. And not only the DeFi part, but the decentralized part. I've had problems with the decentralization, and I've argued about that. You've seen my vein pop out. I want as decentralized as humanly possible. And as much as Faz talks about it, 100% decentralization is probably not realistic. And I'm starting to agree with him. But let's get it to at least 90% decentralized. And again, just spreading out nodes everywhere is not decentralized. Don't let people gaslight you into thinking that.
Nothing is 100% decentralized. Nothing on this planet is 100% decentralized. So people have to stop using that definition. I think we should use sufficiently decentralized, which I believe is even in the SEC's, not the SEC, this most recent Republican bill for handling crypto. Sufficiently decentralized.
This is something I know a couple of people have been talking about, Think Tank. Apex Fusion, Cornucopias. I've seen some of the material that people have posted about that. We have not dug into that yet. That is something that has been brought to our radar 3 or 4 times in the past. We really should schedule a show on that. We need to dig into that a little bit because there's a lot of people talking about that. So we'll have to dig into that a little bit deeper. Do you want to talk about some potential guests? Or do you not want to do that yet?
Well, let's just say that there's a gaming company, a gaming company that's dipping its toes into the Web3 environment, the Web3 world that we had just gotten to talk. We will be having talk with us. What is it, on the 21st or something?
I think it's the 21st is when we scheduled it for. I saw the last email between them. So this is. I hate saying the phrase makes us apprehensive because that's not the right word. But as Faz mentioned, this is a traditional gaming company who will be dipping their toes for the first time into the Web3 arena. And I even went to the website when I was doing my research, and I got with Faz. We were talking on the phone, and I said, I don't see anything Web3 or blockchain or anything on here. They're that new to it. So this is an opportunity. They're looking to break into it. They found us. They found our podcast, and they said, "Hey, why don't we do a show? Since you guys know the blockchain side of it, and we know the gaming side of it."
Somewhere I read somebody said that FazRadio is the last man standing with crypto podcasts that can be trusted or something. It's like you can't trust on-chain gaming anymore. You can't trust Classy. Is that right? He's a sellout. Now, it's worth mentioning we don't get any money for this right now. We got supported for a little while by Nerd Node, but I think it was just a few $100. No, this is. I think the reason why we're the last man standing is because we don't get any money for this. And they got a lot of money. They were didn't On-Chain Gaming reveal that they got like $20,000 or $30,000 from Gala Games to shill their stuff?
No, he was asking for another $250,000.
Yeah. Oh, $250,000?
Yeah, that's when Brink released those. When Brink released those messages, they went back and forth. That was insane. He got a lot of money.
So whatever the case is, so here's the question: if we get a lot of money, I think at the very least we should say we get money for showing these people, like we did with Nerd Node. We'd be like, hey, we can't really comment on whatever games, but this is what we've been paid to tell you about, and you want us to say anything bad. Well, we can't because they're supporting us. I mean, I think they should at least be open about that. And I think that might have been the problem with on-chain gaming and Classy, is they started just butt snorkeling or something. Well, and now on-chain gaming is all unhappy with Gala. They're like, Gala's shit. They're stupid. And they stop paying you.
So there's a lot of conflict there, and I think that's a great compliment that you brought up for whoever posted that. If you're listening, thank you. Because we're poor as dirt over here, and we just call it as we see it, right? And we're not going to sway our emotions based on a paycheck. That's not how FazRadio has ever been envisioned. If we're going to make money,
we get $2 a month for FazRadio Premium, and I think we have like 15 members, so that money goes really far.
Well, the point is that even if we did, just like you said with Nerd Node, we disclosed it. We will always disclose it. And any post that we make is also unsponsored in CFA. We don't do sponsorships there either. So if we say we like something, it's because we truly like it. And if we say something is complete dog shit, it's because we think it's dog shit. You don't have to agree with us. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? We have the forums there so that if anybody else wants to talk about the projects that they like, they're free to do so. We just don't do referral links, right? Again, with the money, we don't want bias. So that's what we tried to bring. And for the last 3 years, we've done exactly that, and we want to continue that. So thank you very much for whoever made that comment.
You that just sounds like a PBS fundraising thing right there. For the last 3 years, we've been going.
Listen, I am very proud of us for that, because you're right. After watching these content creators totally make fools of themselves once the money stopped, and they showed that they'll immediately turn their back on a project the minute the money stops, but yet you're supposed to listen to them when they're talking about how great this, that, or the other is.
Well, remember,
I mean, that's crazy.
Also still channels. I mean, they all have like opening. They have their, what do you call those title screens, like, because
the O face.
Though I hear though that open mouths are no longer getting as high clicks. I don't know what it is now, but it doesn't. That's another one.
We're gonna screenshot those. I'm gonna put that up for next week's show.
Actually, I had even suggested at one time that we could go on tour, that we could go to like, what do you call it, conferences and stuff like that, and I get a really expensive microphone that looks just like our logo, but then that wound up being expensive because we'd have to buy plane tickets to go out there and buy the microphone. And so, if we ever do get money, definitely that. One or both of us will go to a conference and broadcast from there.
I definitely, I've got the wireless lavs now. I got it for my wife's podcast. So I have those available. I was just telling Nate the other day about that. I want to be able to, get my gig going so that I can make some money, and I want to start going this. I was so jealous because everybody was in for Consensus down in Austin. And I used to live in Austin. I lived in Austin for a few years, and I absolutely love that town. But that's like one of these conferences that I definitely want to go to. I want to start meeting the people behind this. I want to start seeing everything right from the front. I love this space. I love this space more than anything right now. And the ones that weren't the greatest actors are now falling off the rails, and they're disappearing. And the strong ones and the good ones and the ones that really have some substance are the ones that are still standing. And so that's what I want to be a part of. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. An old style vintage microphone, but Bluetooth is only going for $200 on Amazon. Just checking. How much is the average conference? How much do those cost? Don't they cost like $1,000 at least? We should have goals.
Yeah. Broadcast live from Consensus next year.
We could. Well, we would have to make it like a telethon, but do those exist anymore?
A telethon. Tele represents phone, so no, we do a Discordathon.
Discordathon. There you go. Help
Raise
send
money to
Faz
go
to Consensus 2025. There you
yes.
go.
That would be kind of cool.
Nick. Those are your marching orders.
Yeah, Nick. There you go. You've just got your first marketing gig.
Oh, it's in Hong Kong actually too.
Ooh, Hong Kong! I have to get a passport for that.
Consensus coming to Toronto, and then I see Consensus Hong Kong. There's two.
I don't want to go to Canada. I've been to Canada before. It doesn't excite me.
Well, you're very
Hong Kong would be cool.
Hong Kong. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, we could meet certain people, and hey, maybe we'd see Bitbender there. Maybe
I know he would love to see me. I bet.
See Forged in Crypto there. He'd probably broadcast along with us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think he went down for a couple of days.
Who? Yeah, I think he did. Forged in Crypto.
Yeah.
I see a Consensus Hong Kong and a Consensus Toronto, which is weird.
There's some other good conferences as well, but I would want it to be something big. Because I would want to make the most of it, and not only for the FazRadio side of it, but I want to start meeting some of these people that I watch, because I watch like a lot of those Consensus talks. I watched a lot of those, and a lot of that stuff fascinates me with the vision, where they want to go with it, what they want to do with it, and how they're going to approach the next few years, especially with this regulation coming. So I think that's awesome. And also keep your eyes open for Hester Pierce, because she always posts when she's going to a certain place and says, hey, we if you want to talk regulation, get a hold of me. I'm going to be here for these dates. That would be kind of cool to be able to maybe bump into her at some point and get her on Faz Radio to talk some regulation. You'd be in heaven.
Well, of course, that would be awesome. If anybody can get Hester to come on Faz Radio, that'd be awesome.
Well, it's that Kevin Bacon thing, right? The 5 degrees or something like that.
Crypto has the monopoly on Hester there. He's had several with her. If there's a movie about Faz, should we get Paul Giamatti? I thought Paul Giamatti would be Mr. Titan here.
No, I need that guy from. I want that guy from Peaky Blinders to play me. What's his name?
No.
I don't know. He's a really cool actor, and he reminds me of myself because he's so awesome.
So before there's a Faz the movie, there's got to be a Zipbugs the movie. Okay, we got to have Zipbugs actually being on TV. I'm envisioning a card game like Magic the Gathering, at least a video game. Helps to have people to help with that. But that's where you got to contact the right people. All right, but yes.
All right, so let's run through the reminders. Autonomy, okay, great platform so far. I like what I see. To get your free nodes, you've got all the links. We've got the codes. We've explained to you how to get those codes. The GG Collective, you have 4 days left to become a part of the beginning of the GG Collective. They are over their raise limit and will be moving forward. My Seed Starter, okay? For those projects that need funding, if you know somebody who needs or wants funding, we know how to get a hold of Jesse, and you probably do too. If not, we'll make sure we make that connection to get them on the platform. We have, who am I missing here? Who am I missing? Because we talked about so many. Holo. Look at Holo. They're a good platform. They moved from alpha to beta, and their goal is to release their full network Q3. Hopefully they stay on track. It's been like 5 or 6 years. They deserve it. And support everybody that you see that's producing something. Okay? No matter how small it is, if they're producing something, honor them, talk about them, promote them, help them along.
Okay.
they in turn will be helping you along.
Don't
Okay.
make fun of people who are actually making things. So that means
Right.
you can't make fun of Gala because they're making things.
What are they making?
Notes, the music tracks, Gala music.
Gala isn't making music tracks. Artists are making music tracks. They're just putting them on a platform.
Okay, then that's right there. Gala's putting artists on a platform.
Okay,
You got it.
all right.
See, you got to make it apply to everyone, or it doesn't work.
I don't consider that producing something when you just go like this and move it here and put it there.
Connections is how things happen. That's how we get
the
movie to start. We got to have connections in the movie industry.
All right, so fully packed show. We're all off to build some more. Thanks for joining us this week, Faz. What do you got for the last bit? I have nothing, man. I'm done.
No, I showed my zip bug.
Buy zip bugs.
Well, it wasn't a zip bug. It was Gerald. Gerald is not a zip bug. Gerald's a person, and he deserves some respect, even if he is a bit slow. All right, where's that button?